It's been a while since we've done a video on our progress on Kaizen 2-second improvements, so I'm going to do a recap showing everything we've done since March. All our screws, bolts, and fasteners are getting sorted out, so it's much easier to find what we need to find when we need it. All of our sheets of plywood and particle board are now in one place, sorted according to size. This makes it much easier to find what we need to find when we're doing another improvement. And the rest of our shelf parts are better organized as well. There used to be a lot of non-lab inventory over here. We moved that to a more suitable place, and that made room to move the clicker press over here, right next to the guillotine cutter and closer to all of the materials that pros are using. This reduced transportation, it reduced movement, reduced inventory, so we reduced a lot of waste over here. With moving the clicker press, we were able to start on this project. This one's still underway, but we're going to have bins of all the materials that are used in grinding and finishing room available, so you can just grab a quick bin full of the material that you need, put back your empty bin, and have way less waiting time, way less transportation when you need to go get some materials. With the clicker press out of the way, the sewing machine is also much more accessible, and it's even on wheels, so we can move it to an even more accessible place when needed. With the clicker press out of the way over here, there's also a lot more space for pressing to do their work. The shipping station is more useful now, with more workspace, things out of the way, and new bins that aren't falling apart. We're reducing motion waste, transportation waste, and waiting here. All of the shell materials here, the polypropylene strips, the graphite sheets, the subortholene sheets, those have all been rotated from this way to make them much easier to access. We don't use a separate offset for graphite shells anymore. We use the same offset on the casts that we do for everything else. Ha! Surprise! We've been doing this for 6 months. We eliminated a lot of waiting waste by adding another computer to do CAD. We now have 2 computers dedicated to CAD only, this one and this one, and we have 1 computer dedicated to scheduling only, over here. This computer over here used to share both scheduling and CAD duties, so we had technicians waiting for each other. Now we have dedicated machines, and the new one's really fast too, so it's even less waiting for the person doing this work. We made the black measuring tool thicker at the bottom so it stays standing on your table to make measuring faster. This little chunk of toki glued to our quality assurance desk makes it much easier to measure things accurately after they've already had the toki applied. One of the simplest improvements, this simple flap over our scanning hood reduces the ambient light onto the casts being scanned, gives us more accurate scans, and reduces defects. This workstation is right in front of the air conditioner. One worker who works here loves the blast of the air conditioner. Someone on the other shift does not like the blast of the air conditioner. So we've got this little deflector. Point it down, air conditioner blasts. Point it up, it's directed above the workstation into the rest of the room. Someone made this little hook to hold the air blower. Saves a tiny little bit of motion. This little block on the drill press helps center the heel for heel well drilling. Looks like it's pretty worn down. Need to replace that soon. Well, that's a sign of success.